Imagine Dragons, Conning Gorilla Glass, Las Vegas, the Origins Experience. You would never really expect all these words to be put in the same sentence ever. At least for me, I never thought it would happen. But it's happening right now. What you see behind me is an exclusive look at how a rock concert, an Imagine Dragon concert, is set up. This is behind the scenes. They're still setting up for the whole thing. It's already looking fantastic, but lots more must happen. This is Rajiv Makhni. The place is Las Vegas in USA, and a concert of Imagine Dragon is about to begin, and this is in partnership and association with Conning Gorilla Glass. Now, the unique story behind this concert happening, you're about to see the concert here right now, but what all has happened up till the day that this concert came about is, I think, one of the most fascinating stories ever. It all started with a contest. So we've realized the concert, the partnership, the association, the people behind it, but of course there's a lot more. Like I said, the contest finally had a lot of winners. Now, this contest took place globally, lots and lots of different countries, and one of them, of course, was there in India. And the people who finally made it out here, let's find out what their reactions were.
I'm Abhinay and I'm from Pune.
I'm Rajesh, I'm from Mumbai, India.
It's Rakhi Malkani and I've come in from Mumbai.
My name is Apurva Sijaria and I'm from Kolkata.
I'm Rahul, I'm studying in Hyderabad and I'm from Jaipur.
Really big achievement for me, and I win through Facebook.
Through Twitter actually. So I keep chasing all contests across platforms. Facebook, Insta, Twitter.
Actually, I've been following them for the past 4 years. In my first year, I heard the song Demons and I watched the video and I came across TRF. And since then, I've been following them for their music and the work they have been doing for the cancer patients. So I love the band, not just because of their music, but also how ground to earth they are. I actually created a sketch for them.
Wow.
So I actually got an opportunity to hand it over to them.
So you
personally.
actually gave it to them?
And I was very, very happy that they liked it.
You know, it's like pleasure come fun trips, like, you know, it's combined with everything, so yeah.
After I got my ticket in hand, that is when I was like, wow, this is true.
When they confirmed my participation, I was like, this might not happen, some trouble might be in. But after I checked in for the flight of Vegas, I was like, dude, this is happening.
We put out a 10-minute video of Night Sky. And in that video, at a very brief moment, we flashed up the Orion constellation. That's all we did. And they had to figure out that it was Orion, but if they entered the code as Orion, it wouldn't work. They had to convert it to Greek letters, right? So that's an example of, again, how we were playing back and forth. Now, one thing when we did launch the campaign, the way we did it was the Dragons put up the first puzzle and didn't say anything. And the fans instantly knew that something was coming.
I wasn't really a big fan of Imagine Dragon, like die-hard fan, but I love some of their songs. Like one of my favorite songs of them is Thunder. Like I really love that song.
Imagine Dragon does it regularly whenever they release a new album, or almost a year ago. So they do a fan experience contest before. They have been doing it for the past 2 years.
Okay, at least a few lyrics of your favorite song right now.
Okay, I'll sing to It's Time to Begin. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Why don't you understand?
So how does a company like Conning Gorilla Glass come up with an association with Imagine Dragons? It's one of the most interesting things that has happened, because the way I've always experienced Conning Gorilla Glass, the company, is very conservative. It's, you know, it's all about technology and the product must speak for itself. It's never about anything in your face. But this is a whole new Conning Gorilla Glass. I spoke to some of the people behind this entire enterprise.
an artist like Imagine Dragons and bringing in the technology of Gorilla Glass, it seemed like a natural evolution for us to create that emotional connection with our customers and our consumers. So it may seem odd or out of the box for you, but for us it seemed like a very natural way to leverage our innovation in a branding perspective and really create deep engagement with consumers.
So it was important to understand from the Dragons' perspective what was going to work and let them lead the style and the engagement that we were going to have. And what for me has been really enlightening is watching how well their fans engage with them, how authentic and real that engagement is. And our objective as we were going through the program was to ensure that we honored that, because that's when you extract the power of the engagement.
I think for us, there's really two ways we think about it. One is, because we are an ingredient brand, we want to continue to find ways to bring that out. And it's really important within India, is because if you look at the phone market, we're really trying to target phones that are in less than $200. How do we get consumers to begin to make that choice and want to go and pick the right material and choose a better material? And creating that brand, that association, is really important for us within the India market. So I'm not sure, I can't allude to kind of what our plans are for next year, but if you look back, last year we did a lot with Incredibly Tough, with video engagements. This year we're working with music, and there'll be more innovative ways going in the future, and India will be right in one of our focal points.
Namaste India, this is Imagine Dragons. We are in Las Vegas for the Origins event with Gorilla Glass. We're extremely excited about playing music for some of you guys and putting on a show. We'll be sharing some of these clips with you guys, so we hope you enjoy it. Peace and love to all of you, and we hope to tour in India soon.
I have a huge exclusive for everyone. I'm about to go and talk to the people in question. Yes, Imagine Dragons in conversation with me. Fantastic being here. Congratulations, you're back home, and congratulations on the new album too. We're all very, very excited about the new album, but can you tell us a little bit about the origin? I mean, the name, the origin really is coming from what?
Yeah. So, this is really a sister album to Evolve. And Evolve really captures a lot of, changing. Lyrically, it came from a place where I was really kind of making a lot of changes in my own life and becoming kind of self-empowered in a lot of ways. And I think as a band, we also sonically were trying new things and trying to be a little more minimalistic. And so Origins, it felt like the natural place that was kind of a place of landing, a place of arrival, while also, appreciating the things about the roots of our band and the beginnings of our lives as well, just from a thematic point of view. And so I think it just felt right. We all sat down together and came up with it together, and I think we're all also fascinated with Darwin and evolution. So it worked. Yeah.
So it is a natural evolution from Evolve to Origins, right? Is that the right way to put it?
I think that is. Yeah.
One of the things that you said was very interesting. I heard an interview of yours where you said that you tend to be perfectionist and very, very hard on your own self. So has this been again an album that has come from being very hard on your own self?
I'm not sure if we can only be what we are. And I think what we are is probably a little bit of perfectionist and maybe a little difficult at times. But yeah, I think we're definitely the hardest on ourselves, and always reaching for something we haven't done, always reaching for a different sound we haven't made. We're definitely our own worst enemy at times, but I think that probably,
Yeah, but for the fans, I think it comes out well because we only get to really hear the ones that come out from the perfection, maybe not the ones that have been left on the studio floor.
Yeah,
right?
I think every band's a little different in how they approach like a record, how they approach an album. Like some bands, you know, get together and write 12 songs, and it's like that's the record. Like, you know, love it or hate it, that's what it is. But yeah, we've always written a lot of songs too. So maybe that's part of it too. The perfectionist thing is like, oh, this song's not good enough. Let's write another one, another one, another one. So yeah, we probably, you know, even for this record, we'd probably have 100 songs to choose from, which is actually on the low side.
Okay. A lot of people would say that's a slightly mysterious connection, right? Conning Gorilla Glass and Imagine Dragons would be, you know, at best a difficult connection. So how is the connection being made and how is the partnership worked out?
Yeah, I think a couple reasons. First and foremost, every single time we put out an album, we search for a way to connect with our fans. And from the very beginning, we've had these puzzles and really parts of the story of Imagine Dragons and just who we are as individuals to connect with our fans and to fly them out or to meet with them and make it a more personal experience. And Corning came to the table and had a really great way of helping us achieve that creatively and a lot of really great ideas, and we kind of put all our fans on this crazy treasure hunt. And yeah, I think also we're all millennials, and so we're children of the medium, of the internet, of the phone, being connected at all times, being connected to society, being connected to the world. And so I don't know, just from a route of technology and everything that, you know, Corning does to keep us in touch, and then also helping us do it creatively, it just made sense.
So you said something about fans, and that I think is the most intriguing part of you as a band. Even though you're now a global giant of a band, you still continue to more or less behave as a band that is an indie band. Is that now just a natural way that you are, or is that something that you now portray and want to continue to be? Because you said something very interesting. You use a lot of technology, you put in a lot of respect for your fans. In a world where music bands today are more in your face, right? You use things like cryptic clues, a lot of technology to actually break passwords, Morse codes, stars that are blinking a little. It's tough to even figure out. I mean, I think I wouldn't have done it in a year, but you have fans that break the most cryptic of clues in minutes, not hours or days. Is this a deliberate effort to be different, or is this just who you are?
I think this is a deliberate effort to be ourselves. I think we are most ourselves when we are shrouded in mystery and giving out cryptic clues and, you know, having our fans participate in something with us. I think that participation is really part of the Imagine Dragons experience, and that's why it's really important to make it part of the Origins experience, because this is a whole, you know, celebration of our roots and our history.
But isn't it becoming more and more difficult to still have that indie feel and look and participation and everything else as you become bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah, I mean, we just are who we are, and so I don't know if that, you know, we don't really, when you're in the eye of the storm, you don't really even know. I mean, this is the first time we're having someone say that to us, so I'm like, I don't even know, what does that mean to be indie?
I mean, we certainly and we behave in the same way we always have. We do things the same way. We conduct business the same way. So I don't know. I guess in that way we're still keeping to our roots a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we still like to interact with our fans in a way like that's not, you know, so distancing. We still like to have that kind of direct, removing the barrier every once in a while and, you know, reaching out and directly touching somebody. Like, you know, for our last album, we flew out to a fan's house in Florida, showed up there and knocked on his door, woke him up in his, you know, bedroom at his parents' house. I think we just have a good time. It's just fun for us, so we do it.
So one of the things, of course, is that we're waiting for all that fun now to happen in India. You have a huge fan base in India. So, of course, I am not allowed to leave this interview without trying to pin you down to, if not a month, but at least a year. So are we seeing you in 2018 or 2019 in India? Because the number of people, when I tweeted out the fact that I'm going to be talking with Imagine Dragons, the band, I don't have any other questions other than when do they come to India? So I need an answer or I'll be lynched back in India.
Well, we have certainly wanted to come to India for a long time. We've stretched ourselves pretty thin in regards to just travel and things like that. But I can tell you we all have an email in our inbox in regards to India and getting over there and playing a show. And so we're trying to finalize details and put that together. But I think if I told you, my manager would kill me. So, but what I can tell you is we will absolutely come to India. We have wanted to experience, the many, many stories we've been told about the incredible culture and people of India. And I think we want to experience it for ourselves. And so we will be there sooner than later, and hopefully soon.
Okay, so you heard it here first. And my last question is, of course, the fun question that I cannot go without, to do with India. So India, in terms of music, is either known for Bollywood, which is our movie industry, which is 95% of all music in India, or, of course, the greats like Oscar winners like A.R. Rahman. So if you were to come to India, what would be the perfect dream list? You've just done a fantastic soundtrack for Wreck-It Ralph, the new sequel. So would it be you'd love to do a track for Bollywood, or do maybe something as a collaboration with A.R. Rahman? What would be on the dream list?
I mean, we are all about pairing music with picture, especially with vivid, vibrant picture. So I think having our music in a Bollywood film would be amazing. I think that absolutely fits with something we're all about. But that said, I also think doing a collaboration with one of the amazing musicians in India, like Zakir Hussain, or there's so many amazing masters of percussion there, and we're a band that likes our percussion. So I think that could be really interesting too.
Fantastic. So this show is actually right now being watched by, of course, almost every producer and director back in India. So if there's a sign up, the manager's also right here.
Especially if it's like a time travel Bollywood film, sign us up.
Yeah, I think all Bollywood movies are time travel in some way or the other, so they take you to a different world for sure. So congratulations again. I would love to see you in India. So the next interview we do is Welcome to India. That's how we'll start off with. All right, we'll see you back in India.
Namaste, India. This is Imagine Dragons. We are in Las Vegas for the Origins event with Gorilla Glass. We're extremely excited about playing music for some of you guys and putting on a show. We'll be sharing some of these clips with you guys, so we hope you enjoy it. Peace and love to all of you, and we hope to